Hello and welcome to Busy Bee's Spooky Fun Session. My name is Jenny Shaw and I work on the academic team here at Busy Bees. With Halloween being a little bit different this year, we thought we would share with you some activities and some games that you can do with your children at home for Halloween. We're going to be sharing ideas that you can adapt for children of all ages and hopefully using things that you'll have around the house. I'm also going to share with you some Halloween themed songs and some of my favourite Halloween stories. So the first activities we're going to share with you are pumpkin activities. And obviously pumpkins are fantastic at this time of year. You might have a pumpkin patch near you that you can go pumpkin picking with your little one. And obviously you get all different sizes, shapes and colours of pumpkin that are fantastic for exploring with your child. So I've just got a selection here of different colours and sizes. These ones have got sort of knobbly bits on as well. So there's lots of opportunity to talk about texture and use that lovely comparative language. And then when it comes to decorating your pumpkins, you might find that if you're going down the traditional route of carving a pumpkin, your child might get a little bit frustrated because there's not a huge amount for them to do. So while yes, definitely carve a pumpkin as well, there are some other options where your child can get really involved. So the first one of those is to simply use some felt tip pens, and it's actually really nice to mark make on the surface of a pumpkin. And you could use Sharpie pens, felt tip pens. You can also use paint. If you can get hold of glow in the dark paint, even better. So you'll have your carved pumpkin, but your child will be able to make their own creation so that it really becomes their own one as well. The other thing that I've done here, this pumpkin I have painted with some blackboard paint. So I just took that outside and sprayed it, and then you've got an amazing surface here for mark making, and obviously it looks really good as well. So again, your child can create their own picture on their pumpkin. And it just means that they are developing the skills themselves and they're really getting involved in that process. If you don't want to buy lots and lots of pumpkins, you might want to choose to carve a pumpkin, and then your child could use an orange to mark make on or to paint on as well, and that can be their own pumpkin. We'd also suggest making some pumpkin Play-Doh. Play-Doh is an amazing sensory experience. So you can just colour it orange. You might want to add a little bit of maybe some cinnamon flavouring to it as well. And then your child can use that Play-Doh with some other resources to make an amazing pumpkin face. So you might want to add some googly eyes, some craft matchsticks, some acorns if you've been out for a woodland walk, and your child can really explore creating a different face each time with their Play-Doh. For little ones, when you've emptied out the contents of your pumpkin, the insides feel amazing. It's a really lovely sensory experience. So you can pop that into a Ziploc bag, sellotape that to a surface, so it might be to your child's high chair or to the table, and really let them explore what that feels like. For slightly older children, you might want to add on top of the Ziploc bag a little pattern, so you could do some zigzags, the initial letter of their name, or you might even draw a pumpkin face for them. And again, they can explore with that mark making. We've also got lots of pumpkin recipes on up as well. So when you've finished using your pumpkin, we've got some recipes that you can use to make a delicious meal or some tasty treats for your little one. So next, I'm going to share with you some great Halloween themed activities that you can try at home. So the first of these is to set your child a challenge using pipe cleaners. See if they can make a spider's web or a spider using pipe cleaners. These are fantastic for developing your child's hand-eye coordination and their fine motor skills. And it really doesn't matter what it ends up looking like, they'll just enjoy taking part. Another great Halloween activity is to make magic potions together, and this one is great to do at bath time. So all you need to do is grab some pots and containers, maybe a whisk and some spoons, and add these in at your bath time, and let your child's imagination run wild with all the different magic potions that they might be making. You might want to add in some colouring or some bubble bath, and if you don't want to do it at bath time, you could just do this in a washing up bowl as well. Encourage your child to think about what might their potion be. Asking those open-ended questions really supports your child's developing vocabulary, their critical thinking skills, and their problem solving. If your child goes to nursery, the chances are they will have come home talking about having played with gloop. And gloop is very simply a mixture of corn flour and water. And you pop that into a tray or a bowl, and then you can add whatever else you fancy to it. So you might look at adding some dried or fresh herbs, some food colouring. So for Halloween, why not add some orange food colouring? And then you can explore making some pumpkin patterns in your corn flour. And corn flour is a great sensory experience. It promotes fine motor development. And one of the great things about it as well is it can get really messy, but it's great and easy to clean up as well. Our next activity is one of our busy hands activities, and these are fantastic for supporting your child's fine motor skills, ready for writing later on. So for this one, all you'll need is some pegs and some little spiders, and you can challenge your child to pick these up and perhaps transfer them from one bowl to another, or you could increase the challenge and thread a spider's web over a basket using some string. Can your child pick up those spiders using the pegs? You'll find loads more of our Busy Hands activities on our Up website and on your Up app as well. Having a Halloween party this year is obviously going to be a little bit tricky, but here are some games that you could play just you and your child, or you could do with other family members on Zoom as well. The first one is Find a Pumpkin, and all you do for this is get some orange card and cut out different pumpkin shapes. You can then hide these around your house or your garden for your child to find. To increase the challenge for older children, you might add a letter onto each of the pumpkins that spells out your child's name, or you could do numbers 1 to 5 or numbers 1 to 10, and then when your child finds them, they can try and put them in the right order. If you're having a Zoom call with family and friends, try hiding your little pumpkins in the background while you're having your call and see if your family members can spot the pumpkins that you've hidden, and they might want to do the same for you. Grab yourself some paper cups, and then on each one draw something Halloween themed. So you might draw a spider or a ghost face. Then stack them up and try and knock them down using a pumpkin or an orange. This is fantastic for supporting your child's accuracy and their aim, and also developing that sense of competition as well. Who can knock down the most in your pumpkin alley? You'll have played pin the tail on the donkey before, but why not pin the spider on its web? Simply draw a spider's web on a large piece of card or paper, and then create little spiders from bits of card with blue tack on, and then see if your child can stick their spider on the web. You can all have a go and see who can get closest to the middle of the web. Kim's game is a great family favourite, and why not try a Halloween themed one? So you grab yourself a basket and pop in a variety of different Halloween themed resources. So you might add a pumpkin, maybe some spiders, a witch's hat. Pop those in a basket and show them to your child. Cover it up with a blanket and then secretly remove one. Open it up again, and can your child spot what has changed? A fantastic activity for developing your child's vocabulary, their observation skills and their problem solving. For this game, you'll need some straws and some little spiders. Mark out a start and a finish line. This could be on the table or on your laminate floor, and then have a race with your child who can blow their spider over the finish line the quickest. We thought we would share some of our favourite Halloween songs with you as well. These should all be familiar tunes to you, so hopefully it'll be easy for you and your little one to join in, and feel free to make up your own actions. Are we ready, Buzz? 1, 2, 3. Ghosts and goblins, witches too, witches too. Here come the spiders, here come the spiders. The ghost says boo, the ghost says boo. Should we do that one again? Ready, Buzz? 1, 2, 3. Ghosts and goblins, witches too, witches too. Here come the spiders, here come the spiders. The ghost says boo, the ghost says boo. Fantastic. The next one we're going to do is to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. You ready? 1, 2, 3. If you're a monster and you know it, give a roar. Roar! If you're a monster and you know it, give a roar. Roar! If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a monster and you know it, give a roar. Roar! If you're a witch and you know it, cast a spell. Abracadabra! If you're a witch and you know it, cast a spell. Abracadabra! If you're a witch and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a witch and you know it, cast a spell. Abracadabra! If you're a ghost and you know it, say woo! If you're a ghost and you know it, say woo woo! If you're a ghost and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a ghost and you know it, say woo woo! And the great thing about that one is obviously you could make up as many different actions as you like, and as many different verses as well. And our last song is a pumpkin song. Are you ready? Pumpkin, pumpkin on the ground, how'd you get so big and round? Planted as a seed so small, now you are a great big ball. Pumpkin, pumpkin on the ground, how'd you get so big and round? I also wanted to share some favourite stories that you might want to share with your child at Halloween. I'm sure you've heard of the books Funny Bones and Room on the Broom, which are absolute classics, but I wanted to share a couple that you might not have heard of. Bear in mind, if you are a Busy Bees parent, you'll get a 10% discount at Waterstones online through the Up app, but you can also order books now from your local library. Most libraries are open again now, so it's always worth bearing that in mind, so you can try a book out from the library first. This is one of my favourite characters, Winnie the Witch. There are lots of fabulous Winnie the Witch books, and you can see this one I used to read with my son. It's very well loved, and they're always really funny, so that's a really nice one to share with your child. And then for younger readers, we've got the book This is the Bear and the Scary Night. And I love this book because it's a rhyming story. And rhyming books are a fantastic way to support your child's early literacy skills. And it's a story about a bear who gets lost in the park. So it's only a little bit scary because, spoiler, he does get found again. But it's a really lovely book to share with your child. And then the final one, this used to be one of our absolute favourites. It's called There's a Wardrobe in My Monster, and it's got this fabulous character, Martha, who's looking for a different kind of pet, and she ends up with a scary monster. And again, it's something that my son always used to find really funny. So hopefully you'll enjoy sharing these ones as well. thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed the activities that we've shared with you. If you do try any of them out at home and you want to share them on social, please do tag us. We would love to see them. And don't forget, if you are a Busy Bees parent, there are lots more activities on your app as well. See you soon. Happy Halloween.